Hi there, this is James with Start Strategies. Just wanted to quickly go over um, this little document that I've kind of just written down basically. I made a little PDF for my course students, and we'll be just offering it free to people who want to sign up to my little newsletter. Uh, Essentially, it has to do with bookkeeping for your small business. It's part of the business plan that you're going to be making, and it's a it's the uh, integral part of your business. You basically have to keep track of your bookkeeping. That's how you keep track of your business. It is the most important piece that you need to do. So I'm just going to try and make this video as quick as I can. I recorded another one earlier, and I think it went on a little too long. So we're going to just go right at it here. So for daily, you'll definitely need to prepare and send invoices right away as soon as you're done the job. For me, I'm a plumber, a gas fitter. So this is a big part of the job that I do. Is so I do offer a service-based business at the customer's place of business or home or wherever. And as soon as I'm done the job, I do need to do my invoicing. If you're a service-based business as well, I would say, like, finish your work, clean up, and kind of go over the job with the customer, what you did, and kind of show them that the work that you did is valuable to them. Obviously, if their hot water's off and you got their hot water back up and running, they're going to be super happy about that. And then you'll either want to try and build them in person, or if you're like me, I have a website where people book me online. So they book me, and then I send them an invoice via the same software. It's called SquareUp. If you want to try it out, I might have a link in the description here. But that's the biggest thing you need to do, is make sure your invoices are sent as soon as the job is complete. I'm not sure what type of businesses you're trying to start up, but with Start Strategies, it's my strategies for my businesses that I've been developing since 2003, basically. My very first business went under, and it was because I didn't know how to run a business. And now in 2022, I have multiple businesses that allow me to have a fairly relaxed life, but I still on the tools. I would love to get off the tools one day, but it's allowed me to have a better family life, better life in general than a lot of people out there. The next thing is make sure all of your client details are correct. So when you're about to send your invoice, make sure that you have the right email address, or you have the right phone number. It's happened to me a bunch of times over the years where I've sent an invoice and the customer never got it, and it didn't go into their spam. It just kind of went nowhere, and it's because I had the wrong email address. So make sure you got all the right information. Ideally, you charge the customer in person. SquareUp, we also have a little pin pad dealio. So we can charge the customer up front. I don't normally with Champion Plumbing, but with Highwood Coffee, when we're dropping off an order, we'll sometimes bring our pin pad and people will pay on the spot. So that helps out quite a bit. And then lastly, but not least, you should be spending probably about 15 to 30 minutes a day with your accounting software, and just make sure everything's categorized properly, just so your profit loss statement sheets are going to work out properly. And so if you went to the wholesaler, make sure that's a cost. If you what else? Say you use your Visa, that kind of stuff. So make sure everything's kind of in the right neck of the woods. If you use QuickBooks or Oracle, NetSuite stuff, or maybe it's just a spreadsheet. Spreadsheets don't tend to have your categorizations, but make sure you put it in the right box. So obviously you'll have your spreadsheet and it will say Visa, and then you just basically have today's date, how much you spent on what was it, and make sure it's there. That's like basically if you do your daily stuff, your weekly will start to be a little easier, and your monthly will be easier, and your quarterly will be easier, and your annually will be stress-free. Like it's been pretty trying in past years. Anyways, so that's done for daily. For weekly, just make sure everyone's paid you, and make sure you've paid your bills. So when we say weekly, some wholesalers say it's like a net 30 days, or your Visa is you get it once a month. But those dates aren't necessarily on the 30th of the month. So definitely make sure, say if your Visa's due on the second week, make sure you have a note and you get that wrapped up, paid up, and it's just going to take maybe an hour or 2 a week. So schedule that out. I know with my appointment software, I basically will block out, say maybe a half day on a week, and then at the start of a month, I might block off 6 hours, and just this gets us. It just gets all your work done, and it just makes everything easier. So for weekly review, make sure everything's paid up. Make sure your clients have paid you. And then if you need to send reminder emails, send those out right away. Don't think about it. Just get it done. And then enter and pay bills. That's kind of, we just talked about that. So on to monthly. So monthly tasks. So again, categorize all those transactions. Make sure they are in the right category. Make sure you've filled in your spreadsheet if that's what you're doing. Another big one is, so we sell coffee, howwoodcoffee.ca. It's another one of our businesses. Some of our customers will pay us via PayPal, and PayPal doesn't necessarily bring that money into your bank account automatically. So you basically log in and you ask it to send you the money to your account. It sounds a little more complicated than it might be. I'm not sure if I need to really bring it up, but definitely when I first started with PayPal, I didn't really realize that, and I was trying to find out where the money was, and anyways, it was still in PayPal. So if you're new to it, then hopefully that helps you out. And this could be with Stripe and some other payment processors as well. So just kind of pull in that information, download your sales sheets from those people. I'll download my sales sheets from SquareUp, and I'll download my banking for the month, so credit cards, banking statements, and all that kind of stuff. Essentially, you'll want to pull all that stuff in, just because at the end of the year, some banks, and I discovered this with one of my banks, is they'll do 6 months worth of statements, and then after 6 months they'll charge you a fee. So you definitely make sure you get those pulled in every month. And I think we've basically gone over everything. Obviously, download our PDF here. It has everything laid out, but that's basically it for monthly. So make sure you get your sales done, your profit and loss statements, your cash flow, balance sheets, and make sure everything's accurate. So quarterly is basically all the same thing as monthly, and annually is basically all the same thing as monthly. So it's just the quarterly and annually is just basically it's a review of your monthly work. So you'll definitely need to make sure everything's accurate, make sure you've pulled everything in, and with quarterly and annually, there's an added thing. Basically, so I'm in Canada. I'm not sure where you're from, but some jurisdictions you need to pay your taxes, say every quarter or every year. So you'll definitely need to make sure all your taxes are done. All your payroll requirements are wrapped up. And another thing about the quarterly is you want to try and review your cash flow. So if you haven't up until this point, maybe you've started your business in the last 6 months and you're just kind of like winging it. If you're watching this video, you're obviously trying to learn a little bit more, but I'm gonna have to edit some of this out. But anyways, if you're watching this video, you're obviously a little new to running a business, and cash flow is a massive thing. If you don't have cash flow on your business and all of a sudden you need cash, and it's happened to me with Champion Plumbing. I take on these big renovation jobs or something, and all of a sudden I'm $30,000 in or whatever on equipment and all that kind of jazz. I'll be using my line of credit, and it's one of those things where you need to get that job wrapped up as quickly as possible. You need to get paid, and then you need to get all your lines of credits and all that kind of stuff paid up. So yeah, cash flows is king to a business. It can ruin you in a matter of weeks. So definitely when you're doing your business plan, you need to figure out your cash flow strategy. With my business, I started in 2010, and I've pretty much figured it out by now. But occasionally I do see some red flags on my accounting. So you definitely need to keep track of a job. If you're running, say, electrical, HVAC, plumbing, whatever service type of business you have, it can definitely affect you, especially if you have an apprentice or a whole crew. So you definitely need to make sure you have money to pay your people and pay your suppliers and all that kind of stuff. So running that balance sheet is a huge deal. Annually, it's exactly the same, but basically just you're running your yearly reports, and then basically meet all your tax requirements. So pay your GST, pay all that kind of stuff. I was able to shave off a good almost 20 minutes off this video. So hopefully it wasn't too short. Hopefully you got all the points down. If you want a little bit more information, definitely sign up and download the PDF. And if you're interested in my course, then definitely get a hold of me, James at Joyce-Cruickshank.ca, and we will see if you're a good fit. And we'll see how it goes. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.